All right, so I want to take a little time to get into the mind of the automotive buyer and where they start their process, where they finish their process, and everything that happens in between as it pertains to them psychologically and what it means to us and how much time they're spending throughout this process. So Cox Automotive said that in 2022, the average automotive buyer spent 14 hours and 39 minutes researching, shopping, and then eventually purchasing their vehicle. So they're spending a lot of time, more than ever, doing their due diligence. So we know that, okay? So if they're doing their due diligence, that means they're more prepared to make a buying decision. They've done all their shopping around and they're looking. Okay, so we know that. Spending a lot of time researching. But yet, 72% of customers tell their salesperson upon the initial greeting that they're just looking. Okay, so they spent 14 hours and 39 minutes throughout the entire process. 72% are saying they're just looking. So we know right then and there that's a bluff, okay? We know that's a defense mechanism. So we know their wall's up, and just looking means that they just don't want to be pressured, or they are just looking. They're just looking for a real salesperson to sell them a car. So in between that, there's a lot of things that could change the outcome of whether or not they leave with the car or not. I know that 87% of customers feel that the salesperson they're working with is not adequately equipped to handle their concerns or understands their needs. 87% of customers don't feel like we're understanding their needs properly or enough to make a deal happen. So they're spending all this time, 14 hours and 39 minutes researching, shopping, and then eventually buying the vehicle. They're coming in saying that they're just looking because they've been conditioned by weak salespeople who haven't put in the time to train and hone their skills and sharpen their tools and dedicate themselves to their craft. So that 87% of the salespeople that they work with, they feel as if they'll understand their needs. They feel that way because we don't listen enough. We don't listen enough. 65 to 75% of the entire interaction between a salesperson and a customer is taken up by the salesperson doing the talking. The salesperson talking 65 to 75%. When really it should be the other way around. Because people, when they speak, 60% of the time talk about themselves. So your customers want to talk about themselves. You have to let them talk about themselves. So let's spend less time talking and more listening, because God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? More time listening, less time talking. Ask profound questions. You'll get profound answers, and you'll figure out exactly how to sell them their next car. So your customers are spending a lot of time doing their research, doing their due diligence, yet they're still coming into the dealership guarded. And there's more to that. There's years and years of negative stigmas attached to what we do, as salespeople, or what we've done, right? We're trying to right those wrongs. It's just a natural human nature to protect yourself when you feel you're vulnerable in any situation, in any relationship. But statistics will show that these customers are buying. They are buying. I mean, 90% of customers will buy a vehicle within a week of visiting their first dealership. 54% of customers will buy within 3 days of visiting their first dealership, and 38% of customers will buy within 4 hours of visiting their first car dealership. Now, you can say, well, I don't think it's 90% buy in the first week. I think it's 70 because of the market. Well, if it's 90, if it's 75, if it's 85, it was 90, okay? And if it's 80 now, it'll go back to 90. Regardless, they're buying. If they're not buying, if the 90% that used to buy within a first week of visiting the first car dealership don't, it's not because of the market. It's because the salespeople aren't equipped to handle them. Understand the math. Understand your customers are coming in more prepared than ever. Now, back in the day, they used to view the educated customer as a bad thing. That's a threat. They might know the secret, the secret sauce we have. They might know all the ins and outs and what we're trying to do. Come on. If you really have to worry about the customer knowing what you're trying to do, if you really got to worry about that, then you haven't worked hard enough anyway to sharpen your tools. We do this every day, right? We do this every day. So don't worry about that. Your customer's prepared to buy. They're educated and prepared to buy. That's a good thing. That's a great thing. Use that to your advantage and understand the math that these customers want to buy cars. They're just looking for a salesperson to sell them. Hey, my friend, thank you for watching. And if you want to see videos just like this one, please like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate the love and support. And don't forget, leave some comments down below. I'm looking forward to all of your interaction and feedback, and I can't wait to bring you more videos just like this one. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.